And we'll say it live on the air, though. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. Best of luck in LSU. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be y'all. Hope you have lisinopril handy. But that's not what I wanted to say before I leave. I wanted to say, speaking of Rocky Top, if y'all beat Bama, I will come on somebody's show live and sing that fucking song. So have the lyrics ready to go. Because if you pull that off, I will sing that song live on the air. And that's all I got to say about that.
Just like the song says, sitting, waiting, wishing.
Good morning, Vols fans. It is a glorious, beautiful Saturday morning here in East Tennessee, and it is time for the belated edition of this week's Very Arts live stream. I am your co-host, Super Genius Wiley, along with my co-host and sidekick,
Young Brandon.
And it is time to discuss the wee itty bitty boo kitties from
But
Kentucky,
before we get to that,
coming to Knoxville.
Let's talk about the mighty Skyhawks from UT Martin, a game with which we went to. There's our lovely sign. I'd like to thank Toby for helping me make that at Office Depot in Brainerd here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow.
Shout out Toby.
Shout out Toby.
The one thing our starters did exactly what they should have done. They hung 50. It just happened to be in the first half. Everybody is
not just 50.
52.
52.
Okay. Everybody has been mentally masturbating about the fact that we gave up 300 yards passing to UT Martin.
And that's people that don't understand second and third string play.
Exactly. I mean, these are kids who had not seen the field all year. These are kids. It's basically our scout team.
If you're seeing this, you want to join us, there's the link. We're going to talk, do our thing for a little while. We'll be off before kickoff. Don't get mad at us.
When the starters were in the game, they did exactly what they were supposed to have done. Yes, they gave up a touchdown, but after that touchdown, they shut that shit down. It was not close. It should not have been close.
No.
So everybody who is complaining, well, y'all gave up 300 yards to an FBS team. Go fuck yourselves. You weren't there. You didn't see it.
We were there. Exactly. I've heard people bitch about that play of Milton and with our little trickery there.
Oh, fan, the double pass.
I loved it. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Good call.
When else
are you going to call it? I mean, that's not exactly a call you're going to make against a team that's really fast on the perimeter like Alabama. Unless you have a fucking death wish.
Hey, Fant's got to be good for something.
I know.
It sure as hell ain't catching the football.
But anyway, we did exactly what we were supposed to do. The starters did it. Starters did their jobs, got out early. I have no complaints.
Yeah.
Anybody who does just absolutely does not know what they're talking about. I'm sorry. They don't.
No, I can't see how you bitch about it. You got to let your kids play at some point. Things are going to happen. Maybe they get scored on. It's not like we coughed the game up or anything.
No.
You're just being nitpicky little bitches.
And are our fans being stupid right now? Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay? We are letting off 15 years of steam here. Okay. Now the Vols by 50 shit is stupid. It was stupid. It was stupid from the minute somebody came up with it.
Yeah.
I've never particularly liked it. I just thought, I just kind of whatever to me. Um, is it overdone? Yeah, absolutely. Um,
Refrain.
so we're just, I mean, but you got to give us, you got to cut us a little slack. I mean, it's just 15 years of futility we're shedding here, and
Yeah.
we're in a position that we've got a new generation of fans who are in a position that they've never been in before. So, I mean, I'm not excusing behavior, but I'm also saying you kind of have to understand it.
Yeah. I
A
will
little bit.
take Vols by 50 any day over let's throw some shit on the field.
Exactly.
That's just a
It beats
black
it.
eye.
It beats the number one ball and golf titleist or the greatest condiment in the face of God's green earth, French's yellow mustard.
Uh, or,
The
drink your
manna,
Milos, the
the
manna
manna
of
of
the
the
South.
South.
Don't get carried away. Drink some sense into yourself. Get
Exactly.
you some Milos.
Exactly.
Moving along, as we're prone to, we're facing the mighty pussies. Oh wait, what do they call themselves of
The
Kentucky?
Wildcats.
Oh yeah,
Wildcats
that's
football.
my bad.
Wildcats.
Meow.
So everybody's saying that this is a trap game from us, that we are going to be looking ahead to Georgia on this. And from a fan base perspective, are we looking past Kentucky to Georgia? Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. Admittedly, we are. Personally, for me, I mean, this is a little like the LSU game. Does it scare me? Yeah, going in, absolutely. Um, Kentucky offensively does not have the horses to keep up with us. I was listening to Uncle Lou this morning. Watching Uncle Lou this morning. I was watching his prediction game, and of course him commenting about our defense being hot garbage, and he's not wrong. He's not. I hate to say it, but he's not wrong.
He'll recognize this
yeah,
though.
exactly.
Right here.
The secondary is still a to say it's a work in progress would be a major underestimation. Um, but here's what people are conveniently forgetting. Kentucky's strength is in mud crunching, is in running the ball. No one, and I mean no one, has been, not even Alabama, who has probably the best, with Gibbs, has the best running back in the conference, has been able to consistently run the ball with success against our defensive line. Their strength lines up with our strength. Now, everybody say, well, if Kentucky can slow this game down, keep it into the fourth quarter, that's fine. And they might be able to do it. But they can't stop they're not going to be able to stop our offense. Everybody say, well, Kentucky's defense is so good. Alabama's defense is pretty good.
Yeah.
LSU's defense, pretty good. Pitt's defense, pretty good.
First comment of the day.
Florida's defense, not bad.
Kentucky hasn't given up over 24 points all year. Could be interesting. Sir,
in all things, there's a first time for everything.
Let me show his comment, the man's comment there. I'll leave it up there for a little while. And also, you're welcome to come on again
if you want to.
If you'd like.
They haven't played us.
It's crawling across the bottom.
They haven't played an offense like us.
No, they have not.
Saying that they're going to keep us to 20. They haven't get up more than 24 points all year.
At the half,
it's an interesting stat. One that's about to get all shot to hell. I mean,
Yeah.
if we get going, we'll do 24 in the first quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. Once the big orange machine starts rolling, you talk about hard to stop. So
I mean, can
if
Kentucky
you
make?
think that Kentucky's defense is better than Bama's, better than LSU's, perhaps they'll hold us under 24 points. We will score 40 plus. Go Big Orange.
And I that's a statement that I absolutely do not disagree with.
Steve Bryan,
mean,
it's hard to disagree with that.
Yeah.
Bryson, I'm sorry.
I mean, statistically on the offensive side of the ball, we are better in every single category than Kentucky. Kentucky has just not shown the ability to be able to put up massive amounts of points. I mean, going back to what Josh said, they haven't given up more than 24 points a game. How many times has Kentucky scored more than 24? Seriously.
Yeah, what is it? How many games in a row have we scored 30 plus?
I know. Well, here's the other thing. I mean, is Levis a first round quarterback in the NFL? Absolutely. He'll have a good. He should have a good NFL career. He's a good, solid pro style quarterback.
Okay, let's back up on that.
Okay.
Because I want the people to understand when they talk about Levis and him being an NFL quarterback. That doesn't mean he's better than Hendon Hooker in any way, shape, or form right now in college. Because he's just not. Have you heard any mutterings about Will Levis for Heisman? Hell no.
Not since the beginning of the season.
He's got the size. He kind of reminds you of a Josh Allen. That's what people are seeing. And to me, that's about damn it. He ain't lighting the world on fire in college. Will he make it to that next level? Yeah, keep talking him up. But it does not mean that he's the best quarterback in the SEC, much less the nation. So I just want to get that demon out.
And say what you want about Hendon being a system quarterback. So the hell what? It works. He's getting it done. There are so many quarterbacks who've gone on to win Heisman trophies that have been quote unquote system quarterbacks. Danny Werfel.
Well, if he's a system quarterback, so is Bryce Young.
Yes.
I mean, I personally don't see him that way because he can
Danny Werfel, Robert Griffin III.
Yeah.
They still got it done, system or no. So that argument just does not hold water with me. And it could be, and that very well could be what's keeping Hendon from not getting a higher draft grade than what he's getting. I think he's still like high third round, which Dak Prescott was not a high draft pick either.
You still get millions of dollars.
Still don't get paid.
Let's talk about these wonderful running backs of theirs because the last time I checked, the last time we played Kentucky, certain gentleman was in there and he didn't do shit against the Vols.
Well, they've got right now. I mean, of course, the big Chris Rodriguez.
Good point. I don't know if Kentucky has the offense to keep up. Yep. I'll say they do not have the offense. This is the Kentucky game plan in a nutshell. We're going to be slow as hell. We're going to try to chew through as much clock as we can. And that's the plan.
And it's not going to make a damn bit of difference.
Not when you can go down the field in 20 seconds. Give Hendon Hooker 20 seconds, score a touchdown, watch what happens.
But going back to what we're going with the Kentucky rushing account, you've got Chris Rodriguez, who missed the first 3 games of the season.
Yeah.
With his off the field troublesome last spring.
His antics.
His behavior, dumbassery is what it is.
Yeah.
What it is.
Dumb fuckery, really.
Yeah. And then Quavazier spoke, who still has probably the best name in the league, to be perfectly honest.
I do like the kid's name.
Yeah. They combined have rushed for just under 800 yards.
You know what a better name is? Simple. Milo.
Manna, baby, manna.
Man.
But they've rushed combined for just under 800 yards over the season. So they've underachieved. Rodriguez, this is supposed to be Rodriguez's big breakout year after his performance from last year. They haven't shown anything, and they're still not. I mean, they still got a big chunk of their season to go through. I mean, they got to get through. They got to play us. They got to play Georgia, and it's not going to be pretty if they can't score.
No.
They don't have the statistics to back up any logical reason why they should be able to hang with us, and their only chance is to slow the game down to a crawl.
Yeah. And if you've got no threat of any kind of passing game, I mean, really, what? Let's load the box. First, second, and third down. See what happens.
I mean, if we thought Tim Banks blitzed too much against Alabama, oh shit. It ain't gonna be nothing compared to what they're gonna say. I mean, they're gonna force Will Levis to try to beat us on the outside today.
Yeah.
And guess what? Jalen McCullough probably gonna play.
Without Googling, fans, you guys are welcome to comment. Please be honest. Don't use Google. Name me a receiver for the University of Kentucky. I think I could wait a year.
Hey, Vinny, if you're listening, name a receiver for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Show me some numbers, something. They are one-dimensional as far as I'm concerned.
And that one dimension plays directly into our defensive strength.
It does.
And it's not a relative strength based on how bad our secondary has been. No. It's a strength. At one point, we were 7th in the country against the rush.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? I will give Uncle Lou credit because I watched his little video. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think too much of the man. He's clearly a Georgia homer.
He's a homer. Oh, absolutely. He doesn't hide it.
No. He did say a very important fact that gets overlooked, and when people shit on our defense, we keep people out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Just ask LSU.
Did Jaden Daniels throw for 300 yards against LSU? Absolutely. How many touchdown passes did he throw? One. Okay. So, abso-freaking-lutely. We kept Bama out of the end zone for a quarter and a half.
My man, I can't. Don't follow them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you're in the majority right there, Josh.
Basketball schools. Yeah.
Silly I tried to there was a great thing. Our thumbnail is us choking a cat. For those of you just kind of tuning in, I tried to get one of the volunteers holding a basketball, and why are you holding a basketball? And then he says, well, the Kentucky guy's holding a football. Basketball school.
Oh,
Get
by
that
the way,
back
shout out to the basket Vols last night for whooping some Gonzaga ass.
Indeed.
Oh, it's I mean, granted, it was an exhibition, but that number 11 ranking looks a little weak to me, boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
99 to 80. I mean, it
99.
wasn't even that close.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch all of it. Saw some highlights. Man, seems looking pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. What are we about 20 in? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get to some picks.
Okay.
Let's get to some picks. Should I let this crawl?
Sure, why not?
Why not? All right. So last week was weird. Last week was weird. What did we have? 5 teams that didn't really.
Yeah.
So let's start with another. What would have been a shit ball at the beginning of the season. A little more interesting. Missouri at South Carolina. They got South Carolina by 4.
Everybody's talking about how South Carolina's hitting their stride recently. I mean, Shane Beamer's a good coach. He is. I mean, I like Eli Drinkwitz.
I don't.
He's fun. He's fun. He's not dull. You at least got to give him that.
Okay, he's not dull.
He's not dull. He's not dull. He's fun. He's fun to have around. I mean, I see this being.
I'd call that man a football nerd.
Yeah, I would. I see this as being kind of a slugfest in terms of going back for. I don't think this is not going to. I mean, you call it a shit bowl. It's not going to be pretty, but I can see South Carolina taking this by a touchdown. So I'm on. That's about where I'd put it. I'd say I'm going to take South Carolina in the points.
Okay. SC and the.
But this is an interesting one for us to watch because, you know, Missouri is senior day for us on the 12th, and then the next week we go to Columbia. So it's going to be really interesting to see what's left.
Yeah.
After this is over.
Damn, that's a tough. Part of me thinks, but they're both kind of. Part of me thinks South Carolina's going to run out of that magic, right? Part of me thinks this is the end of their because Missouri's played some decent football, and I don't know if South Carolina can recover if Missouri jumps up on them. But they are at Cockville, so to speak. Hey, comment. Josh says South Carolina. You like those 4 points, do you, Josh? Sometimes I forget to check the comments. So,
I mean, they're trying to get action on Missouri, but I just I don't buy it.
I don't know. South Carolina's riding pretty high. They're at home. 4 points, less than a touchdown. Yeah.
I mean, this could be a game that goes to overtime and it comes down to 6 points on a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
I can see that. I could see that happening. All right. We'll save Kentucky and that swamp digging, whatever they're doing down there, for the last two games. Arkansas at Auburn.
KJ is back. Suey pig. He's back, and he's probably really pissed.
I would be.
That the season has gone the way it has. I'm probably going to watch this one when we get off air.
Yeah.
I'm.
I like our 7:00 game start.
Yeah.
Sit and watch the game, and go do what you need to get done. Maybe have some dinner with some folks.
Well,
sit in and enjoy some Vols kicking ass.
And for me, it's important. I mean, I'm not that pretty to look at to begin with, but I've had the flu for the past couple of days. So
you can rest. You can sit on your ass.
Because I was supposed to be doing a remote today from Pike Barbershop. Shout out to our boy Max the Barber. Check him out.
Pike.
MVX.
We'll have to do an early show
on.
Should we do the Georgia show, like an early show?
I'm thinking, we might do a Saturday show for Georgia. I don't know. We'll see. That's gonna be a 3:30 game.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see about that. But shout out to Max. Sorry we had to cancel on that, but I didn't want to be an incubus of viral plague walking into a crowded barbershop.
Oh boy, Josh. Our unofficial guest.
Our token Bama fan.
Our token Bama fan picked Arkansas.
Yep.
I think I'm right there with you, Josh, because we have a friend, Dargan Ware. He's a mighty fine author. Check his books out.
Legend of Colgan Toomey.
Legend of Colgan Toomey. I hear that he's having some damn Vols fan drunk edit the second part of that book. Maybe. Have to get together on that.
Yeah.
KJ Jefferson. Even though they're at Auburn is a train wreck meets a high school dumpster baby. I don't know what the fuck.
God.
I don't know what you call Auburn. They're a mess.
This could finally be the stake through the heart of the Brian Harsin experiment.
Yeah. They just speaking of our prom night dumpster baby of a football team. Where are they at? We got Ole Miss taking on the mighty Aggies. Ole Miss given 2.5 points. Now that, hey, somebody loved us. We love you right back, baby.
Connor Wegman's playing today.
Yep.
So apparently, either.
Holy shit! What if he gets knocked out of the game?
I know. That's
who are they going to have?
That's even scarier.
Who's going to play quarterback?
So either the new era has begun, or they're just out of options.
He's right there with us. You're in the trenches.
They're just
with
completely
us,
out
dude.
of options. Part of me thinks that Lane's going to try to run up the score just to kind of. I mean, if the A&M situation isn't already redlined, It's got to be. It's got to be damn close. Um. So shout out to Shelby War. I have no faith that A&M's going to win this game,
Say it.
or
Say it, Drin.
even be competitive.
Use your evil dark side to say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
the Rebel Bear Alliance is going to run away with this one, and they're and then the revolving door is just going to become of transfers out of A&M is going to be a perpetual motion machine. And Walter, don't think we're going to just take you back.
Hell no.
You might have to come crawling.
Oh Lord, Texas A&M is just if Auburn's a mess, I mean, there were hopes for A&M this year.
Yeah.
And those hopes have just died a horrible, terrible, like knocked off a cliff, drowned and burnt, and somebody shit on that burnt pile kind of death. Sorry, Shelby Warnock. That's the truth, though.
Yeah, baseball.
Damn, what if they bought Jimbo out? What if they bought him out? Could you imagine?
They've got the money.
Yeah, they do. That they do.
I guarantee you they've already figured out how to pay it.
Yeah.
But here's the other side of that coin. If they do buy Jimbo out, who the hell is going to want that job?
I've thought about it, and I haven't an answer.
Can you think of a less attractive job? I mean, the Nebraska looked better by comparison, and that's
that's a shit show.
Yes.
But this is like
who are they going to get if they get rid of Jimbo? I mean, nobody's
Mullen. Dan Mullen.
You hire Mullen if you want to repel recruits.
Yeah.
If you want them to slay.
If you're not taking Ole Miss on this game, I don't think you.
I mean,
I'll be happy to be wrong. I hate Ole Miss with a passion.
The reason why it's only 2.5 is because it's at Cal Field.
Yeah.
And Cal Field is the second hardest place, I think, to play in the conference, outside of ours.
Yeah.
I mean, more people is more people.
Oh, A&M. Moving on. The supposed number one team in the nation. They can have that title, though. I just want us to play and win. They can call us number 3. They can call us number 4. I just want us to win, baby. Just win. Let's keep on winning.
Okay. The question number 1 is obvious. Is Georgia going to win this game? Yes. Yeah. There's no question in my mind that Georgia's going to win this game. Are they 22? On paper, are they 22 points better than Florida? Yes, again, they are 22 points better than Florida. Do I think they're going to cover the spread? No, I do not. I think. I mean, I absolutely. I can see Georgia winning this game by 14 to 17 points. That's about it. I And honestly, I think this is probably going to be a game. I mean, going to be a game until like last year, basically to the end of the first half,
Yeah.
because the Florida kept it close, and then they had like three like catastrophically bad plays back to back to back, and Georgia capitalized on them and on it, and ended up running away with it.
Yeah.
Do I see it? Do I see that happening this year? I mean, it's possible, but I think Florida's better coach than they were in the past, and I think that Anthony Richardson's got something he's got to prove. So I think 22 is too many points. So I'm gonna take Florida to cover. Georgia's gonna win the game, but I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Florida to cover.
Yeah. You make a good case, and it is a rivalry game, and you and I both know that weird shit happens. Um, like you said, I think Florida wins or Florida. I think Georgia wins this, but more than 3 touchdowns. That's asking a lot.
Mhm.
That's asking a lot. Those boys, they might not. They could. I think they're of the mindset we could lose the rest of the games this year, but by God, we're going to show up and play in Jacksonville.
And
And I think that goes for a lot. I think that says
I
a lot.
want Georgia to win this game. I want them to be undefeated. I want them to be motivated when they come in, because I don't want there to be any fucking excuses
Yeah.
for next week. I don't want there to be any questions.
There's a clip I have to dig up where one of our friends very creepily says, I want Tennessee unscathed, or something like that. We'll be sure to include it in next week's.
I got 3 words for that friend: pet, coon, goofy. It's exactly what he is.
Pet, coon, goofy. Back to the game at hand.
Out of his ever loving bet Welchin mind. Well, not bet Welchin, but Welchin mind.
Oh, here we go. I want y'all both to be undefeated along with all of the USA.
Yeah.
All right.
It would be nice to think that the rest of the country would hope for that, but
Yeah, there's some fellers up north that think they've got a football team. Oh Lord, those Ohio State fans are funny, and that's the nicest thing I can say about them. Anyway, game at hand. You know what? For the hell of it, I must say Georgia. I hope they come into Athens riding high. Because somebody coming to town next week, and you're not going to get over 22 points on us.
With the line's at 12 right now. We'll see.
The suck eyes, indeed. Can't stand Ohio State. Agreed. They don't play anybody. And as long as they win their games, they're up there in the rankings. All right. You know what's coming. You know what's coming, Josh. You know what's coming. The game. Our game. Number 3 in the charts. Number 1 in your heart.
heart.
Number 19 versus Tennessee. Number 3.
First time both teams have been ranked since 1951. And guess what, folks? We won that one too.
Yep.
Tillman is definitely playing.
I know. Can't wait.
McCullough will, I think, will likely play. So those are two huge additions. One is the first is a luxury. The second one we need. We need it. We need him back. Just from experience, because up until that point he had played, up to the point where he got suspended, he had played more snaps than anybody else on the defensive side of the ball.
Right.
They can slow us down, but they still can't keep up with us.
We love you, Josh. We love you, Josh.
12 and a half.
You know what time it is.
Easy cover. I could see this being easily 14 points or more.
Wait. Where in the hell did I get I wrote down, never mind what I wrote down. It wasn't 12 and a half. 12 and a half on here, though. Yeah, I don't even have to. We're going to take our Vols. This is what I think. This is what I know to be true. Michigan might beat them. Oh, the fuck eyes. Yeah, Michigan might. He says not in Neyland. And I assume you're referring to the University of Kentucky.
Itty bitty boo kitties.
Itty bitty boo kitties. I won't say what I said earlier. The pussies. Yeah, who am I kidding? I'll say it. I don't give a shit. No. 12 and a half points. Psh. If we start playing, if we start rolling, we'll know. We'll know within the first quarter of this game how things are going to go. If they start rolling, watch out, Kentucky. Watch out. This has a chance of being just a blowout game. Now, if they eat clock up, blah, blah, follow their game plan, we can still score within a couple of seconds. Bombing it out to Tillman, Brew. Who's that other fellow that caught all those touchdowns? Oh, yeah, he's pretty good. 1-1, baby. Josh doesn't like us to mention Hyatt. I have a feeling. So there's 3. Plus we got Squirrel White. So let's say we did a 4-man formation. We need to just win the game. Ball one out. I'm going to murder that stupid song next week. Then y'all are going to get murdered in Athens. Dog Day Afternoon. Do you know who that is, Drew?
Do I look like I give a crap?
Me either. You're going to murder that song next week. Well, as long as it's living in your heart and in your head, friend.
As long as we're taking up real estate and those nightmares, son. You know, that's half the victory right there.
You'll always be.
We're gonna come through there and then torch them fucking hedges.
Yeah. You know what I always like to do? Show the Georgia fan.
Oh, crap.
Shit, is that Ducati on there? Hell, is that him without any facial hair?
It might be. I don't know.
I legitimately didn't know who it was.
But gonna say about 1,000 people, 1,014 teeth.
Oh. Oh shit. I was like, who in the hell is this guy?
You kiss your sister with that mouth?
Well, you know he does.
Yeah. Clemson fans gotta love him.
Gotta love him. We're still waiting on that song, big boy. Still waiting on that song.
Let me tell you
All
something.
right.
I have, zero patience for people who don't live up to agreements. I have humiliated myself for years. Making good on bets and making a fool of myself. And you know what I did? I did it. I absolutely did it. Without question, every single time. I made good on everything I ever said. So you better, by God, come and come proper. Otherwise, I'm gonna let you have it.
Rightfully so, my friend. All right. Moving along like a freight train, baby. So, been a tough week for college football.
It has.
I'm going to preface. I got love for some of my Georgia people. Meanwhile, I'm looking for that, and I found it. Time for a little part of our show, the good, the bad, the double bagged. And the good came to me late yesterday. And I'm always well, that's our QB power ranking, which is always good. But that's not what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
So, regrets to Dog Nation over the death of Vince Dooley. He was a classic gentleman.
Yeah.
Sorry to see him go. I always thought he retired a little young. Even though he had been at Georgia for 3 decades by the time he did.
Yeah.
Not 3 decades, like 61, 20, almost 3 decades by the time he retired in 88. So I thought he pulled the plug a little early on his career, but he was definitely a statesman. He was always a great representative of that school, and sorry to hear of his passing. I don't hold him responsible for the behavior of that mouth breathing son of his at all.
No.
He was a good man, a good ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Made the SEC look good, made Georgia look good. He'll be missed.
Yes, he will.
And like I mentioned earlier in our chat, and I did mean this, it wasn't me trying to get him under my skin or anything. I wonder if the young kids at Georgia got to meet him like previous classes had, because towards the end there he was kind of in poor health. You could tell by his pictures and stuff. I can only hope they did.
Yeah.
So that's the good. The great would be a better
Moniker.
All right. Moving on. Yikes.
I mean, is there anything else that we really need to say about this?
This
I
is
mean, it pretty much.
this is
that
a return
expression-
to this list.
That expression pretty much says it all, right there.
I love this picture for that reason. Dude, how are you gonna lose? I just I don't know. Shelby, sorry.
I mean, we've piled on and we've piled on, we've piled on. I just, the horse is dead.
Yeah, but
We really
after they lost to South Carolina, I mean, shit, South Carolina. I mean, it's almost as if South Carolina is good and they beat. South Carolina ain't even good. They're not anywhere. Good's right here. South Carolina's way the hell over here.
somewhere in a different universe.
Yeah. Phew. Double bag's my favorite.
He's probably wishing he was back with the ex-wife at this point.
Could be. Could very well be. Oh, how sweet it is. You know what's nice? How many games have we lost this season so far, Dream?
0.
Who'd we beat the shit out of?
I think it was those purple and yellow wearing corn dog eaters.
It was indeed. Who did our friend Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels lose to? Oh, that same team. Am I wallowing in their misery?
Absolutely.
Hell yes, I am. So this is the double bag. Nothing really personal against Jackson Dart, even though he's getting sacked there. It's just the whole organization. You know what I kept reading?
L for love.
Keep reading that. Oh, I forget who even put it up there. People were actually thinking that Lane Kiffin would come back to Knoxville. Why in the hell would you want him back in Knoxville? I mean, of all the coaches I've ever wished for, hey, never, ever have I thought, oh, Lane Kiffin will solve our problems. Shit.
Greg Schiano would have been a more popular hire than Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
We saw what happened there.
Alabama beat Alabama. Ole Miss can't win in LSU. Okay, so what's he talking about?
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I didn't come on your show and say that I would beat Alabama and sing I got you on your next stream. Okay.
All right.
I
We'll
just
see.
knew that I was gonna play that clip and tell you till I hear that beautiful voice of yours, Ducati.
All right, well, it's 11:56. We promised
Shit
these
the
folks.
bed.
We promised these folks we'd have them out here before kickoff. So
Yes, we did. All right, here it is, people. The Vols weird item, which once again I kind of enjoy.
kind of surreal a little bit.
It's got a surrealist, if you'll notice, kind of like my little painting I did in the back here. I still like it. I would wear it.
I would too.
Take mine in gray. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Josh, I know you wouldn't wear it. And you'd probably
burn it.
Probably burn it.
Yep.
Wipe your ass with it, something. I liked it though.
Well, folks,
recommended by our. Go ahead.
Our fanhood, folks. I just wanted to before we close out, I wanted to thank everybody who took the time to chat with us last week, going into the Martin game. Who took took pictures with us, scanned our QR code, and did their part to help us build our viewership. We are in a situation now where we are getting lots and lots of looks and views of all the shows across the Field of Streams network. What we need right now are subscriptions. So
subscribe.
That's what we need right now. That's where we are. If we want to grow this thing, we've got to have folks hitting that button and picking up our shows every single week, including Behind the Hedges. That Dog Humper just who was just on, happens to be one of the hosts of, and SEC Biased, which is our friend Shelby War and Papa Gator. So please hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. If you want to, you can check us out on our Linktree, linktree.com/Field Streams. Our Venmos are down there if you want to send donations so we can.
We like money just like everybody else.
Exactly. For merch and things like that.
Right, Milo.
It's not. It is not necessary, but it's definitely appreciated. But other than that, Wildcats come to town tonight. Vols show out again.
And let's go kick some ass. Not
merit Neyland.
Loving it.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of minutes till noon. Kickoff's coming. Y'all have fun. And go Vols. Peace out.